let's start with Otherness, out June 24th. I gotta say, as a massive fan, the first three singles, mind-blowingly good. So congrats on that.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for saying that. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. What's the reaction been like from your fans since dropping this new music?
Yeah, it seems like people are digging it, which is always nice, especially after so long. We put out a couple of songs in 2019 that I think people were jazzed on too, but it seems like they're really excited about these songs, and maybe too because there's a whole record to come. I think, you know.
Just having that sort of the know that the record is coming, I think builds to the excitement for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah, for
actually
sure.
wanted to ask you about Familiar Drugs and Seasons of the Flood. Were those like, did you guys have any inclination that there was going to be an album at that time, or were you just kind of putting out tunes and
Yeah, when we started writing those songs, it was obviously we'd been playing again for a couple of years on and off, and when we started writing those, it was just sort of, I think, to see if we could write again, write together, because playing is it just seems to come quite naturally to us, like still after all these years, but writing is totally different, especially having hadn't done it and forever. So when we were doing those songs, it was sort of an experiment, but also I think because the way the landscape of how people digest music has changed so much, that we thought, well, we'll just write songs, record them, and put them out like one at a time. And
yeah.
um but it was never about, like, those were never going to be part of an album. So I know, because I think some people, when they saw the track listing for the record, they were like, where are those other songs? But that was just sort of standalone music. And the Otherness is its own complete statement, I guess.
So would you say in a way that kind of kickstarted the writing process of this album?
Yeah, because there's a lot of songs on this record that sort of got started, becoming ideas back then when we were writing. Like I used to have a studio space in Toronto back then, and that's where we wrote all those songs. But we would get together and like work on ideas. And so when we started kind of getting together in late, I guess, October of 2020, we kind of like went through our phones and the voice notes and tried to see if there was stuff from that time, to see if there's something that we could kind of like get the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of tunes that started as seeds, I guess, back then.
That's cool. In the songwriting process, how is it different singing a song that obviously you didn't write, or in terms of the new single, Wade wrote Sans Soleil, right? And
yeah.
That seems like such a heavy song from someone so close to you. Like, how does that impact you as a vocalist taking that on?
Well, something that was really great about this record when we were putting the songs together is we've always been a pretty collaborative band. The way we write is this. It's never really someone bring a song in and then this is how I need it to be and everybody do it this way kind of thing. It has always been like everybody needs to be stoked on it. But with this record, it was more collaborative than ever. There's songs where Steele wrote the lyrics to, that me and George are singing, and vice versa. And then with this song, I think Wade, it was a very beautiful, heavy song when he showed it to us, because we had written the music together, and then he took it to his house and wrote the lyrics and the melody over it and sent it to us. And we were all just like, man, this is really beautiful. But so when he asked me to sing it, it was like, you sort of take on the responsibility of trying to be this person's voice, But I think because we had been doing that with all the songs, it just felt natural, and I felt like I could be a good custodian of his words and make it come across the way that he was trying to, I think I knew what he was trying to emulate, so I could kind of be his voice, I guess.
When you spend so much time with him and just the chemistry there, that probably becomes a thing after a while, right? When you're writing songs together.
Yeah. That's kind of like what I was saying. We just have this real beautiful collaborative nature, all five of us. We allow it to be the five of us. It's not ever just this like dictatorship on one person's idea. It's all about, because we all love certain types of music. Like we can all agree on certain types of music, but we all listen to different stuff on our own as well. So it's about trying to find this middle ground where all of our influences put into the pot just comes out sounding like Alexis.
Totally. I think that's really cool. It's awesome to have that sort of environment, get a little piece of everyone in the mix when the final product comes forward, right?
Yeah.
So born and raised, Montebello Park, Canada Day long weekend. I am flying home specifically to see you guys. I cannot wait. What's it going to be like playing a festival with so many great Canadian bands on a Canadian long weekend in your hometown? Like that's got to be insane.
Yeah, it's super cool that we're able to kind of trying to throw this big party at home, because for multiple reasons, obviously, because the last few years have been so hard on a lot of people, and especially people who love live music. There's been lots of cancellations and lots of just inability to go out and gather in big groups of people. So I think that's the first thing that's exciting, is that we can kind of throw a big party at home and hopefully get everybody out of the house. But it's also cool that like we can kind of throw a festival that's similar to the ones that we've gotten to play all over the world before, and to be able to do it in Montebello, which is not really a place where this happens.
No, not at all.
So the city being sort of very lenient and excited about us trying to do this cool thing. And I think the fact that, myself and then the boys, we get to play a couple nights each and bring all these great Canadian bands and some really good American bands to the place we grew up and started this whole thing is just, I don't know. I hope people are as excited as we are to put it on.
From what I've gathered, I definitely think they are. That's a given for sure. When was the last time you even played in St. Catharines?
Last time Alexis played in St. Catharines, I don't even remember. It would have been a very, very long time ago. Probably we finished a tour there, and it was the show that we all knew that we were kind of breaking up and nobody else knew yet. We played at the Legion Hall. It was probably 2009 or something. And then I haven't played there since they opened the hockey arena, the Meridian Center, and I was the person they asked to launch that. So I played that with City and Color. I don't know. You could probably look that up. I don't even remember when that was 6 or 7 years ago, so it's cool. It's cool that we get to play it. And it's our first and only Southern Ontario shows too in a long time. So
big time. That's another big hype. Like everybody that I've talked to about it's like, if you got your tickets yet, we gotta be there, which is just incredible to see the support from that. What could someone expect who's maybe never seen you guys play before?
Well, our thing has always been, we're going to go up and play, and we dare you to have as much fun as we're having on stage. That's always been sort of our thing. We're going to go up and we always give it 100%, because it's like, I don't really know where it comes from. I think it just comes from like feeling grateful about being able to be up on stage, and playing our instruments. But if you're going to come on the Sunday night, you're going to see, we're going to play our first record front to back for the first time ever. And some songs we've never even played live before, which should be pretty fun. There's songs on that record we just don't play, because we have a lot of songs now, but just some of them just kind of have fallen by the wayside. But we played Counterparts, and Number Them last night in New Orleans for the first time in probably 18 years.
Wow.
So if you come on Sunday, we're going to play that record front to back and then play a whole bunch of other tunes afterwards. And then the Saturday night, we'll just, try to play all the bangers and get everybody stoked.
Definitely. What's it feel like to play those songs that you either haven't played live before or haven't played in forever? What's that like?
It was awesome playing Counterparts last night. I think we were all a little bit worried, because when you haven't played a tune in that long, you wonder if you're going to be able to sort of embody the spirit that was behind it in the first place. And sometimes I think that's why you stop playing songs. Like, I know for me, when I'm doing City and Color shows, like some songs you sort of lose touch with. And I've never really wanted to, like, I don't like playing songs that I don't feel good about, or like I don't feel like playing, because I feel like if you do that, then you're sort of you're giving the people who have come there to see you a bit of a false performance. And you know what I mean? Like, even
Like a
if
rip
there's,
off, sort of like you feel like you're ripping them
yeah,
off, or
just like you're going through the motions, playing a song that somebody wants to hear that you don't want to play. And I think that I've always subscribed to the thing, like, I'm gonna do the songs I want to do because I feel like you're gonna get a better performance from me.
mm-hmm.
And so with Counterparts last night, we were just like, we had learned it again and we felt good about it. And playing it last night just felt incredible. So I think that maybe answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably going to
Okay.
be pretty wild too. The songs that maybe you haven't played live or haven't played them in forever, seeing everyone in the crowd likely singing back every single word to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting it's exciting just to feel how interested people still are in the band. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I think we've sort of maybe allowed ourselves to finally feel proud about it all, you know?
Yeah,
And that's just because of the way people seem to react to it.
awesome. I have a question from a listener here that I thought was kind of cool. His name's Corey, and he asked, what was the best advice you've ever been given from another musician?
You know what? It's probably stuff like, if I could think back, it'd probably be stuff I didn't listen to, you know? Because like we've always been pretty stubborn and do it yourself kind of. And, we're an independent band. We've always been independent. And a lot of people over the years have tried to like tell me that this is the way you have to do it, or, maybe you should get a songwriter to help you, or this kind of thing. And I've always just sort of really tried to remain singular in my belief that if I put enough effort into it, I can do it myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's like kind of what I always tell kids. If I can like switch it to like when people ask me for advice, I always just tell them, you got to figure out what you want from this. What do you want it to be? Do you want to be a songwriter? Do you want to be a performer? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to be, you got to get an idea together of what you want out of this and then try to follow it. And for me, it was always just the belief that I could do it, and that's, again, I know that sort of answers your question, but I think that's it, is just trying to believe in yourself, trying to, because it's a real fickle business. It can be really, really disheartening because it's a business.
Well, you guys have such a unique sound, so I'm sure you've had people before being like, you need to change this, you need to swap this out and follow this
constantly.
template or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People always used to try to take me away from the band or get me to sing more because it would, but we are what we are.
And that's back to that collaborative environment, right? Like,
yeah,
all you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Really cool. Is there anything else you want to tell people ahead of Born and Raised, ahead of the release of Otherness? Anything in general you want to let the listeners and fans know?
I guess, first of all, I would just say to all the people who maybe aren't from St. Catharines, like, this is the chance to see City and Color and Alexisonfire this year. So these are the only shows we're going to play in the area. So if you're waiting for us to announce some like Budweiser stage show in Toronto or something, it's not happening. These are the shows. These are the shows we're playing. And come, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think we've put a good weekend together for people to come and enjoy live music. And then as far as the record, I think it's the best thing we've ever done. So I just hope that people like it as much as we do.
I mean, so far the reaction's been crazy. I have been listening to the singles that you guys have dropped so far on repeat. I cannot wait. And just hearing you say that it's the best thing you guys have done is just like an extra ounce of excitement. I'm so excited to hear the full thing.
That's great. I'm excited that you're excited.
Well, thank you so much. It was awesome chatting with you, and I cannot wait to come to Born and Raised. I'm so excited to see you guys kick ass up there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for your time. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.